across sport, they say not all super players make super coaches, but the man sitting with me is certainly an exception. Boris Becker, welcome to India, and thank you so much for talking to NDTV. I'd like to start by asking you, very recently, of course, you and Novak parted ways, and you said it was a mutual decision. If I could start by asking you, who approached who first when that decision had to be taken?
You know, in a player-coaching relationship, you talk to each other every single week, usually every day when there's a tournament. So that type of decision is not done overnight or by the spur of the moment. It was a number of situations that led us to believe that going separate ways is the best thing to do now.
Okay. You did that interview with Sky Sports after that decision was taken, and you said that after he'd finished his career slam in the month of June, there was a slump in his motivation levels. Could you elaborate and tell us what really happened?
Well, he has won all 4 majors in a row. That hasn't happened since 1969 by an Australian called Rod Laver. So he was at the end of a journey, a lifelong dream for him. In order to do so, he has to be so extremely focused on tennis that everything else, left, right, and center, had to be on second place in the priority list. So naturally, he wanted to spend more time with his family, more time with his friends, and more time with things that he couldn't do in these 2.5 years while we were going for glory. Okay. Well, what does the coaching team do then? We sort of. The purpose from our job wasn't happening anymore because he had understandably more important things to do with his family. So that's when you start questioning yourself. Am I still? Is that still the right position for me, or not? So it was really a transition period of 4, 5, 6 months when we have all asked each other a number of questions.
Was it an amicable split?
Oh, very much.
Yeah.
I like to call myself part of his family. I'm always going to be close with him. Whatever he needs in the future, he knows. A secret is safe with me. I'm good friends with his wife, his whole family, his brothers. So I think we have established that. I think that is not the question.
Do you see him becoming world #1 again, though?
Why not? If he puts his focus back on tennis, which I think he will. If he he doesn't like losing. He doesn't like to be number 2. He doesn't like to lose in the Grand Slam final to Stan Wawrinka at US Open. So I think all these situations have spurred him on. So I'm sure we're going to see a more focused Novak Djokovic next year than in the last bit of this year.
Are you going to miss him watching, by the court, though we've seen you in the Joko box for the last 3 years at all the slams?
Oh, it was a wonderful time. I called it the time of our lives. It was the best tennis experience I had as a non-player. And hopefully, he agrees with it. The whole team was just had incredible chemistry, friendship, trust. And so, yes, there were golden moments.
It's been an incredible 2016 for Andy Murray, ending the year as world #1. Are we seeing the Andy Murray era now in men's tennis?
Well, he's been knocking at the door for a while. It's been number 2 for many years ago. But the #1 spot was busy, was taken. By Roger, Rafa, or Novak for a long time. And credit to him. He kept on trying every which way, and he deservedly. The second half of this year, he was the best player in the world.
Yes.
Winning Wimbledon, Olympic gold, and then this incredible series in the fall. Winning 4 tournaments in a row, and then ending up beating Novak in the final. So, the computer ranking doesn't lie. He's there for a reason. Does that mean he's going to dominate in the future? I think it'll be between Novak and Andy. I think we're going to see a comeback of Roger. We see a comeback of Rafa. Okay. We have the young guns also coming around. So. It's not only a one-way street, but he will start the Australian Open as the #1 player in the world.